Well, she's an author, actor, choreographer, and director. She's had roles on Broadway and with international touring companies. She's worked with some of the big names in the business, such as Bob Fosse, and she's an acting coach. I'd like you to meet New Brighton resident Christine Fournier. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Lynn.
Acting's been your life, hasn't it?
It has, for about 50 years.
Yeah. And we actually have a couple pictures from your days on Broadway.
Oh.
Maybe you could just tell us what those shows are.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the first one. That's
Oh, actually, that is a photo of Hello, Dolly at the old Friars Dinner Theater in downtown Minneapolis.
Okay.
It's about the 70s, early 70s.
Okay.
So it's after Broadway. But
after Broadway.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one.
Yeah. Ah, now that was the first national tour, was my first big equity professional job, and we toured 22 cities in 9 months, and I played the Orpheum Theater and the old St. Paul Auditorium.
Oh, fun.
So that was 63, 64.
And I think there's one more.
Ah, yes, that was my original Broadway show, Sweet Charity. I was one of the big spender girls, and so that's with the big hair, you know, and yeah.
That was the style.
Great memories. Yeah. That was 1966 through 1967.
Well,
great.
And so now you are an acting coach. You run your own studio. She creates Actors Studio. Why might an actor get in touch with you? What might they need some help with?
Well, I have all levels of proficiency, if you will, and I work with some young people who are kind of wannabes, who want to try it out, who have that desire, that burning desire to see what they can do. And then I have people who have had some experience coming in, and occasionally I get kind of an old-timer who's coming back on the boards after a hiatus. And so they come to me basically for one of two things. Either audition prep, which is very important for cold readings and memorizing monologues and developing those, because many directors will want to hear a piece of material. And the other reason is to come for what we call craft work, which is to really learn what that craft is and how to take it on and develop yourself as an actor. So, and for all levels, both stage, TV, and film.
Now, do you work with people who are not actors? Maybe they're in business and need to present themselves well, or I know even our pastor works with a coach. And
yes.
Do you do that
occasionally
too?
I get a request. I had an author who was doing a lot of public speaking in church groups and different types of organizations. And he was a lawyer, a practicing lawyer who gave up law and became an author. And decided, even though, and he was fine, a litigator, but he wanted to share his life story, and he was a little bit more in that realm uncomfortable. So he just wanted some coaching on how to put his book across to the general public. So that was kind of fun. That was a little different.
Sure.
But mostly they're people who have a lot of ham and they really want to get up there and do it.
What kind of method do you use with them?
I was trained in Stanislavski method, or the method, if you know the Actors Studio, where a lot of great actors came out of there. Paul Newman, Rod Steiger, Carl Malden, the list goes on and on, Geraldine Page, Kim Stanley. But I learned the basics in that with an acting teacher in New York who used to always say, drop the chorus mentality, get out of the chorus, because I was a chorus kid as a dancer-singer. But there is a part of you that wants to expand your talent and learn how to do roles. So he was always very encouraging of that. So I was trained in that, and then more recently work with the Eric Morris system, which takes the method of it, which is emotionally starts inside and then works out through the character. With Eric Morris, it takes it even further. It's a completely authentic, truthful, and in the present moment acting, and it's so exciting. And when the kids pick that up and start working with it, it's just amazing what they can do.
What makes a really great actor?
Oh, wow, that's always a great question. I can give you an example.
Okay.
Do you ever go to the theater and you're looking at a bunch of chorus kids and all of a sudden your eye just goes to one kid on that stage and you just go, wow.
You have to
and
watch
you're compelled to watch it.
Yeah.
They're magnetic, they're charismatic, there is that it factor we talk about, that indefinable thing, and there is that quality, and it's that person who makes a Dustin Hoffman, a Meryl Streep, and on and on and on in films. They just honored Dustin Hoffman last night at Kennedy Center, and they showed his body of work through video, and it was sublime to be a character actor of his magnitude. But he started out, you know, very unsure, and he needed good directors to work with him. So I think that burning has to be there. I think intrinsically you need to have that talent. And
you
then
do have to have the
Oh,
talent.
absolutely. And then the talent then has to be fine-tuned. Then you have to market yourself, you have to show up, you have to audition, you have to work in front of directors. And then finally, once you get that big break, having the maturity to handle what you're given at the time it arrives and not blow it, to be fully prepared. You know, the whole engine, all engines going.
Yeah.
And I think that's makes the difference professionally.
So, and what is the acting climate in Minnesota?
Oh, it's sensational. People don't realize that we are one of the most thriving theater communities outside of New York. So we have 22 equity theaters, which are the union theaters. Among them, Park Square, the Guthrie, Chanhassen, the Jungle Theater. They all actually develop their talent to the point where they are union actors. They are considered professional. And this town is not only just thriving with that level, but then you have so many good community theater groups, which is a great springboard for young talent.
Christine, thank you for coming today and telling us about this.
Always my favorite subject, Lynn. Thank you.